An indelible mark, a legend etched into the very fabric of television history. Festus Hagen, the lovable deputy of Gunsmoke. With rugged charm and folksy authenticity, Ken Curtis breathed life into Festus, captivating a nation. Yet, behind the familiar facade of this beloved character lay a revelation, a profound secret, shrouded in mystery until now. Years later, Ken Curtis steps into the harsh glare of the spotlight, tearing back the veil on Festus Hagen's creation, unveiling a shocking twist that forever altered his own destiny and forged an enduring legacy. But that is not all. Curtis prepares to confess deeply personal secrets, starting with the tumultuous saga of his married life. In 1943, Curtis plunged into his first marriage with Lolene Page, a fellow actress, their union sparked by the glittering mirage of Hollywood dreams. But the relentless grind of Tinseltown and life's cruel complexities soon shredded their connection, leading to a bitter dissolution. Though their marital bond shattered, both navigated the treacherous currents of the entertainment industry, each carving a solitary path through the unforgiving landscape. Undeterred by the ghosts of past heartaches, Curtis risked love again, drawn to the altar with Barbara Ford, daughter of the legendary director John Ford. Barbara brought a lineage steeped in Hollywood's deepest lore. Yet, despite their shared ties to the silver screen's dazzling allure, their marriage too buckled under the weight of trials and tribulations. Their once promising romance flickered, then died, leaving behind only the haunting echoes of what could have been as they parted ways in 1964. But fate, a relentless weaver of tapestries, had not yet finished with Ken Curtis. In 1966, amidst the ever-spinning reels of Hollywood, he found sanctuary, entwined in the arms of Tori Connolly. Their union blossomed into an unyielding partnership, a bastion against life's storms, forged with unwavering devotion. Tori became his anchor, a guiding beacon through existence's fiercest tempests. Embracing Tori, Curtis embraced a new chapter in his very being. Their marriage brought not only companionship's joy, but the profound fulfillment of parenthood, as Curtis welcomed Tori's children into his heart as his own. These stepchildren infused his life with a renewed, vital purpose, enriching the very fabric of his family dynamic with their unique spirits. Beyond the silver screen, Ken Curtis harbored deeply held beliefs, propelling him into a turbulent political arena. His foray was no casual dalliance, but a passionate engagement, fueled by an unwavering commitment to his ideals. His voice, a clarion call of conservatism, resonated through the currents of political discourse. His journey began with the pivotal 1964 presidential election, a watershed moment in American history. In that tumultuous era, Curtis threw his considerable weight behind Republican candidate Barry Goldwater, an endorsement that reverberated through the corridors of power. Goldwater's staunch advocacy for limited government, free markets, and a robust national defense struck a visceral chord with Curtis, who saw in him a champion for the values he held sacred. But Curtis's political firestorm did not abate. His fervent support for conservative ideals burned brighter in the ensuing years, leading him to actively shape the political landscape. One of the most gripping chapters unfolded during the intense 1976 Republican primary, a fierce battle between Ronald Reagan and Gerald Ford for the party's nomination. Amidst the campaign's fervor, Curtis emerged as a staunch advocate for Reagan, unleashing his influence and resources behind the former California governor. His impassioned support for Reagan was more than personal affinity. It was a deep-seated belief in the principles he espoused. For Curtis, Reagan embodied the very spirit of conservatism, offering a vision of America grounded in individual liberty, traditional values, and fiscal responsibility. Throughout the brutal campaign, Curtis crisscrossed the nation, lending his voice to Reagan's cause, rallying support among voters who shared his vision for a brighter, more prosperous future. His tireless efforts underscored an unwavering dedication to advancing the conservative agenda, ensuring its principles remained at the forefront of the national conversation. Yet, outside the maelstrom of politics, Ken Curtis harbored his deepest concerns for his acting path, a confession that now demands unprecedented attention. From childhood, Curtis was enveloped by a symphony of familial bonds, each member a unique instrument in the orchestration of their lives. He inherited a legacy steeped in rhythm and melody. His father's nimble fingers danced across fiddle strings, conjuring soulful melodies. His mother, with gentle grace, commanded the pump organ, filling their home with warmth and joy. His brothers, Chester on banjo and Carl with his powerful vocals, added their distinct voices to the familial chorus. Despite this profound musical pedigree, Curtis initially charted a different course. After high school in 1935, he set his sights on medicine, enrolling in college with aspirations of following his father's footsteps. Yet even amidst academia's rigors, the siren song of music called to him, beckoning him to explore its depths, embrace its mysteries. As he immersed himself in various musical engagements, Curtis felt his passion for singing explode, blossoming like a defiant flower. The stage became his canvas, and with each performance, he painted his soul, pouring forth heart and spirit into every note, every lyric. The allure of music became an irresistible force, and he made the fateful decision to abandon his medical studies, surrendering to a career in music. But fate had other, grimmer plans. In the crucible of his burgeoning musical career, duty screamed his name. The tumult of World War II tore him from his path, demanding service to his country. From 1943 to 1945, he donned the uniform of the U.S. Army, embarking on a journey fraught with peril and sacrifice. It was during this inferno that his bravery blazed brightest, displaying remarkable courage in the face of unspeakable adversity. One particular moment etched itself into the annals of history, a testament to Curtis's indomitable spirit and unwavering resolve. Aboard a U.S. submarine during a war patrol in hostile waters, he faced a crucible of fire where danger lurked in every shadow and death loomed as a constant specter. Yet, amidst chaos and uncertainty, Curtis arose, demonstrating valor beyond measure. For his heroic actions, Curtis was bestowed with the Bronze Star, a testament to his courage under fire and his unwavering commitment to freedom's cause. But beyond accolades and honors, his service left an indelible, scarring mark on his soul, shaping him into the man he was destined to become. While he is perhaps best known for his iconic portrayal of Festus Hagen on Gunsmoke, his journey to stardom began in music's hallowed halls. In his early career, Curtis was drawn to music's magnetic allure, his soulful voice and magnetic stage presence setting him apart. His musical odyssey commenced in 1941 when he joined the esteemed Tommy Dorsey Band, stepping into the spotlight vacated by none other than the legendary Frank Sinatra. As a vocalist, Curtis's dulcet tones enraptured audiences, weaving a spell of enchantment that lingered long after the final note faded. Under Dorsey's tutelage, Curtis honed his craft, refining his vocal technique, cultivating a commanding stage presence. It was during this transformative period that Dorsey, recognizing his protégé's raw potential, encouraged him to adopt the stage name Ken Curtis, a moniker that would soon become synonymous with musical excellence. But Curtis's musical journey did not end with the Tommy Dorsey Band. A testament to his versatility and adaptability, he seamlessly transitioned into the realm of all Reed's bands, joining Shep Fields and his new music. Amidst the big band era's swinging melodies and pulsating rhythms, Curtis showcased his talents with a flourish, leaving an indelible mark on audiences far and wide. Yet it was in country music that Curtis truly found his voice, stepping into the spotlight as a featured singer and host on the renowned WWVA Jamboree in 1948. The Jamboree, a cornerstone of the country music scene, provided Curtis a platform to soar, his soulful vocals across the airwaves and into listeners' hearts. As a lead singer for the Sons of the Pioneers, Curtis's velvety voice reached new heights, infusing their repertoire with depth and emotion that resonated with millions. During his tenure, Curtis experienced a meteoric rise to fame, enchanting listeners with unforgettable hits like Riders in the Sky and Room Full of Roses. His soulful renditions captivated fans, cementing his status as one of Western music's preeminent voices. Yet, Curtis's talents were not confined solely to music. He also made a profound impact on the silver screen, where his rugged charm and magnetic presence illuminated the screen with an intensity impossible to ignore. One of his most iconic roles came as Charlie McCory in the classic western The Searchers, directed by the legendary John Ford. In this seminal work, Curtis brought depth and nuance to the character, earning critical acclaim for his portrayal of a man torn between loyalty and duty in the face of adversity. Throughout his illustrious film career, Curtis collaborated with a diverse array of directors and co-stars, showcasing his unparalleled versatility and range. Whether under John Ford's helm or venturing into uncharted territory alone, Curtis left an indelible mark on every project. A notable highlight of his filmography was his collaboration with C.V. Whitney Pictures, where Curtis starred in all 3 films produced by the esteemed company. These films, each a masterpiece in its own right, served as a showcase for Curtis's talent and versatility, solidifying his status as a Hollywood icon. In addition to his acting prowess, Curtis dared to venture behind the camera, stepping into the role of a film producer in 1959 with 2 low-budget monster movies, The Killer Shrews and The Giant Gila Monster. Though modest in scale, these films showcased Curtis's entrepreneurial spirit and his audacious willingness to explore new creative avenues. In the early days of his television career, Curtis made a series of memorable guest appearances on popular shows like Have Gun Will Travel and Perry Mason, leaving an indelible impression with his charismatic performances and commanding screen presence. These early forays served as a springboard, propelling him into the spotlight and setting the stage for even greater achievements. From 1961 to 1963, Curtis found himself at the forefront of the action-adventure series Ripcord, portraying a key member of the main cast. In this thrilling tale of daredevil skydivers, Curtis captivated audiences with his portrayal of a rugged and fearless adventurer, showcasing his versatility and ability to breathe life into even the most challenging roles. Yet it was his iconic portrayal of Festus Hagen in the long-running Western series Gunsmoke that would ultimately etch his name into the annals of television history. Festus, with his gruff demeanor, rugged charm, and endearing quirks, swiftly became a fan favorite, earning Curtis widespread acclaim for his masterful depiction of the lovable deputy. Behind Festus's rough exterior beat a heart of gold, a testament to Curtis's skill in imbuing his character with depth and humanity. Drawing inspiration from his own colorful upbringing, Curtis now reveals that Festus was loosely based on a local figure from his youth named Cedar Jack, whose eccentric antics and larger-than-life personality left an indelible mark on the impressionable young Curtis. While his official entry into Gunsmoke's regular cast occurred in 1964, his journey with the series began earlier, with memorable appearances in different roles.
It was in Season 8, however, that Curtis truly made his mark, stepping into the worn boots of Festus Hagen, a character who would become synonymous with his name and forever etched into the hearts of audiences worldwide. Before fully embodying Festus, Curtis showcased his versatility by portraying various characters in earlier seasons of Gunsmoke, from Season 4 onwards. He made notable appearances, demonstrating his range and depth, bringing each character to life with his trademark charm and charisma. It was during this time that Curtis's undeniable talent caught the attention of the show's producers, who recognized his potential to become an integral part of the Gunsmoke family. In Season 8, Curtis took on the role of Festus Hagen, a cantankerous yet endearing deputy with a distinctive twang and a heart of gold. From the moment he first graced the screen as Festus, Curtis's portrayal captivated audiences, earning him widespread acclaim and solidifying his status as a television icon. Festus quickly became a fan favorite, his quirky mannerisms and colorful expressions endearing him to viewers of all ages. Throughout his remarkable 11-year stint on Gunsmoke, spanning over 34 episodes, Curtis breathed life into the character of Festus with unparalleled skill and dedication. His distinctive rural accent and folksy charm became synonymous with the beloved deputy, elevating him to legendary status in the annals of television history. Week after week, audiences tuned in to witness the latest adventures of Festus Hagen, eagerly anticipating the next chapter in this enduring tale. From the very outset, audiences hungered for the next clash of wills in Dodge City or the rare, cherished moments of laughter shared with their favorite deputy during Gunsmoke's relentless production. Even after the show's eventual cancellation, Curtis remained an unyielding force in the entertainment world, holding throngs spellbound with his captivating performances at fairs, rodeos, and countless venues across the nation. Beyond these live spectacles, Curtis forged his legend with striking appearances on television, further etching his name into the annals of beloved icons. He unleashed his formidable skill upon the NBC program In the Heat of the Night, unveiling the breadth of his artistry with a searing portrayal that pierced the hearts of millions.
Furthermore, Curtis's thunderous tones were enshrined forever in Disney's animated film Robin Hood in 1973, where he breathed fire into the Sheriff of Nottingham with his distinctive voice and magnetic presence. A decade later, Curtis staged a glorious resurgence on television, seizing a role in The Yellow Rose, a testament to his unyielding grip on the public's imagination, a charisma untouched by time's relentless march. His performance once again demonstrated his colossal breadth of talent, earning him hymns of praise from fans and critics alike. As tribute to his monumental impact on the Western genre, Curtis was inducted into the Western Performers Hall of Fame at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in 1981. This sacred accolade served as an immutable testament to his immortal legacy and his status as a true colossus, an undisputed titan of Western cinema and television. Despite the adulation, his spirit remained grounded, dedicated to his craft, relentlessly pursuing perfection in every agonizing nuance of his performances. His portrayal of Festus Hagen on Gunsmoke earned him a torrent of accolades and 2 coveted Emmy nominations, searing his image into the very fabric of television lore. Then the final curtain began to fall. In a heartbreaking twist of fate, Curtis's last acting appearance came in the television film Conager in 1991. Just a few months later, in April of the same year, he slipped away into the eternal slumber, leaving behind a void that could never be filled, a legacy, a shimmering constellation of performances that continues to ignite imagination and stir the soul to this very day. Reflecting on his remarkable tenure on the show, Curtis often expressed a profound sense of awe at the unforeseen seismic tremors his character unleashed, the unscripted odyssey that unfolded before him. When Curtis first joined the cast of Gunsmoke, he could not have foreseen the monumental tidal wave his portrayal would unleash upon both his career and the very landscape of television. Initially appearing in shadowy corners of the narrative, he assumed his introduction as Festus would be a mere flicker, an ephemeral whisper in the vast epic of his acting career. Destiny, however, had woven a far grander tapestry. To Curtis's profound surprise and delight, his portrayal of Festus Hagen struck a primal chord, enslaving the very souls and dreams of a global audience. What began as a minor role exploded into a foundational pillar as Curtis infused Festus with a pulsating vitality, his signature blend of rugged charisma, razor-sharp wit, and an authenticity that felt torn from the very earth. Week after week, audiences hungered with bated breath for the latest adventures of Festus Hagen, eagerly awaiting the next showdown in Dodge City or the chance to share moments of solace with their favorite deputy. In an interview with the press, Curtis candidly laid bare his soul-deep affection for the role of Festus, expressing his profound reverence for the sacred trust placed in his hands. He spoke fondly of the unbreakable bond of brotherhood he shared with his fellow cast members, and the sanctuary, the profound sense of rootedness he felt on the set of Gunsmoke. For Curtis, the show was more than mere work. It was a hallowed sanctuary, a vibrant hearth where he could lose himself within the sprawling epic of human experience and forge bonds stronger than steel along the way. Despite the relentless demands of television production, Curtis savored every precious, fleeting second he spent playing Festus, clutching to his heart the hallowed privilege of inhabiting a character enshrined in the pantheon of legends. He often remarked that he would have gladly surrendered another 12 years of his life to the show, a testament to the profound, almost spiritual communion of purpose and ecstasy he found in his work. For Curtis, Gunsmoke was more than just a television series. It was a sacred fraternity, a collective soul united by a burning devotion to the narrative art and an unshakable, visceral love for their chosen path. And then the most astonishing truth of all began to emerge, a secret whispered from the very annals of legend. The character of Festus, with his trademark twang and folksy charm, was a twist of fate so profound it defied all initial calculation. When Curtis first auditioned for the role, he presented his lines with a stark simplicity, perhaps conjuring an entirely different specter from the one that would ultimately seize the hearts of millions. However, it was during a spontaneous spark of mirth on set, a fleeting jest, that the very genesis of Festus's immortal voice was unwittingly sown. Curtis, known for his quick wit and playful demeanor, unleashed a playful, guttural cadence that would later become synonymous with the character. Unbeknownst to him, that fleeting jest, that impulsive flourish, was about to rend the fabric of his destiny, charting a course he could never have conceived. It was then that a titan of cinema, his own father-in-law, the peerless John Ford, stepped into the crucible of destiny. Ford, recognizing the raw, untamed power of this impromptu voice, commanded Curtis to weave it into the very fiber of his audition. Ford, with his legendary acumen and unerring instinct, sensed that a vital spark was absent from Curtis's initial portrayal and believed that the Festus accent could be the very keystone of the character. When Curtis took Ford's advice and adopted the Festus voice for his audition, the transformation was nothing short of miraculous, an alchemical fusion of man and role. Ford, witnessing this staggering metamorphosis, was struck dumb with awe. Without a moment's hesitation, he thrust the mantle of Festus upon him, recognizing that the character's distinctive voice infused the character with an unassailable authenticity, a raw, irresistible charm that seized the soul and commanded absolute surrender. Despite the tidal wave of fame and adoration that would inevitably follow, Curtis himself found himself reeling, thrown off balance by the sheer audacity of fate. Reflecting on his audition experience, he admitted to feeling confounded by this abrupt, bewildering divergence, as he never dreamt that a mere jest, a whisper of improvisation, would so flawlessly align with the producer's hidden desires. Yet, as fate would have it, Curtis's impromptu decision to embrace the Festus voice would prove to be a stroke of divinely inspired genius, igniting a legend, a defining role that would burn brightly for over a decade, etching his name into eternity. From that moment forward, Festus Hagen transcended mere lines and scripts. He became an immortal icon, a testament to the explosive power of spontaneous creation and the dazzling, unpredictable alchemy of fate.